Very good morning, children. Today we are going to learn real numbers, continuation topic. That is how to prove a number is irrational. Proving irrational. Okay. Let us see how to prove a number as irrational. Prove that root 7 is irrational. Okay. Look at here. Prove that root 7 is irrational. So whenever a single digit number is there, then how to do that? There is separate procedure. Let us see it. Let us assume that root 7 is a rational number. So let me take that root 7 is a rational number. Why? Because if I say directly root 7 is not a rational number, it is a irrational number, means there is no proof at all. So to prove that, I am assuming that let it be a rational number. If it is a rational number means, we know that it will be in the form of p by q, then root 7 will be equals to a by b. I can take p by q, I can take r by semi letters, you can take it as a by b. So if I transpose it, it will become root 7 into b is equals to a. So after writing this step, we have to do squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides. So it will become 7b square is equals to a square. So root 7 will be normal 7, b square is equals to a square. Then here, if 7 divides a square, then 7 divides a square, then 7 divides a. For example, a number is dividing by its square number means it will be divided by its original. For example, I am taking, if 7 is, we know that 7 is divisible by 343. Why? Because 7 cubits. So if it is divisible by, here is talking about square, let us talk about 49. So 7 is divisible by its square means 7 will be divisible by its original number, that is 7. Why? Because 7 square is 49. So if a number is divisible by its square number means, then definitely the number is divisible by itself. So that's what the statement means. So if it is divisible, if any number, let us suppose if any number is divisible, 7 3s are 21 remainder. So definitely we are going to get some value as a quotient. Some value as a quotient. That I am mentioning it as some value as a remainder, some value as a quotient. So that we can take it as, if it divides 7 divided by, so we are dividing 7 divided by a, right? So 7 we are dividing by a, which will get the answer as 6. Means I don't know what is the number I am going to get. I am thinking that alphabet as 6. So very important steps, these 3 steps. See, the question may be instead of root 7, it may be root 5, it may be root 2, it may be root 3. The same procedure. Instead of 7, what will come? Root 2 will come. If it is root 3, 3 will come. If it is root 10, 10 will come. So same procedure will be there. So here also 10 divides a square, then 10 divides a. So here let me write a formula. So a is equals to 7c. 7 into c, 7c. So squaring on both sides. If I do squaring on both sides, it will become a square is equals to 49c square. 7 square is 49c square. So in place of a square, already we got that 7b square is equals to a square. Previously we got one equation now. 7b square is equals to a square in that. Mark that it as first equation. In the previous steps I have written 7b square equals to a square now. Mark that it as first equation. So now in place of a square, let me substitute the 7b square. So it will become 7b square is equals to 49c square. In In your previous steps, there is one step like this, 7b square is equals to a square, mark it as first equation. Why we are marking this? Why? Because in place of a square, let me substitute 7b square. So this can be written as b square by c square is equals to 49 by 7. So that is b by c whole square is equals to 7. B by c is equals to root 7. So this side it is a rational number. Here it is an irrational number. So rational number is not equals to irrational number. Hence, this leads to a contradiction. This leads to a contradiction. Contradiction means rational number will never be equal to irrational number. So it's a, like true is equal to false, like that. So this leads to a contradiction. Hence, our assumption is wrong. Why? Because we have assumed it is a rational number now, that our assumption is wrong. Therefore, root 7 is irrational. So it is a standard procedure. Every step we need to write down. So this is the way of proving a single number as a irrational number. Now let us take the combination of numbers. Second example. We are taking the old questions. Prove that root 7 plus root 5. Let me take root 7 minus root 5 is a rational number. So root 7 minus root 5 is a rational number. So while proving this, so similar procedure, let root 7 minus root 5 is equals to a by b. Whatever that he is asking a rational number means we will assume it as a by b. So I will transpose here minus root number. If I transpose minus root number means only it will become a plus b whole square. If I transpose plus number, if suppose, okay, let me transpose first minus number, always transpose the minus number. So what is that? That's a by b plus root 5. Okay. Suppose, if the same question, if he is asking for root 7 plus root 5 is equals to a by b, then we can transpose any other number. We have choice. So that root 7 is equals to a by b minus root 5 will become. So because if you are transposing plus root 5 to the other side, it will become minus root 5. Now second step is squaring on both sides. That is another question. I have just given you a hint how to do that plus number. So squaring on both sides, it will become root 7 whole square is equals to a by b plus root 5 whole square. So it is in the form of a plus b whole square. This is a, this is b. So root 7 whole square is normal 7 a square. That is a square by b square plus 2ab plus b square. So a plus b whole square can be written as a square plus 2ab plus b square. So here 7, here root and 5 gets cancelled, root and square gets cancelled, 5 will be there. Plus 5 coming this side means minus 5 is equals to, what is left here? A square by b square plus 2a root 5 by b. So what is the LCM? See, always I have already yesterday only mentioned that LCM of the variables will be highest power. So what is the highest power between these two? B square is the highest power. So b square is the highest power. Here b square is there, so write numerator as such. Here b, I want b square means I have to multiply by b. B into b will become b square. So in the numerator it will become 2ab root 5. So this can be transposed to this side, it will become 2b square is equals to a square plus 2ab root 5. So we are interested in this root 5. Let it be this side. Why? Because it is a plus number now. So we should not touch the plus number. Let it be this side. The rest we will transpose to this side. 2b square minus a square is equals to 2ab root 5. So 2b square minus a square by 2ab is equals to root 5. So last two steps are not going to write. Similarly, whatever you have written in the previous question, the same steps. What is that step? Here it is a rational number. Why? Because it is in the form of p by q. It is a irrational number. So rational number is not equals to irrational number, and this leads to contradiction. Hence, our assumption is wrong. Therefore, root 7 minus root 5 is a irrational number. The 4 steps we need to write here. Let us discuss next question. So type 3. Prove that 1 by root 10 is irrational. Whenever reciprocal is there, see, depending upon the marks we will do. Why? Because every time it is not necessary to do in the long procedure. Suppose if it is asking for 1 mark, so how to do these questions here? Given, okay, let us assume that 1 by root 10 is rational. So if it is rational, definitely 1 by root 10 must be in the form of a by b, where a and b are the two positive integers. We can write this statement also, where a and b are positive numbers, positive integers. So I want root 10. If I do reciprocal of this, root 10 by 1 is equals to b by a. That's it. Just the one step is that we are doing reciprocal. Now what is this number? We know it is a rational number. What is this number? Rational number. So the same rational will never be equals to irrational. This leads to contradiction. Hence our assumption is wrong. Therefore 1 by root 10 is a rational number. The same steps we should be followed for every question of irrational. What are the steps? This leads to contradiction. Hence our assumption is wrong. Therefore 1 by root 10 is a irrational number. Let us see 4th type question. Prove that 3 plus root 7 is irrational. 3 plus root 7 is irrational. Okay, keep it here. Same concept. First step is always same. Let us assume 3 plus root 7 is a rational number. Always we need to assume that it is a rational number. So if it is a rational number, definitely it will be in the form of p by q, that is a by b. So let it be root 7 this side. So root 7 is equals to a by b minus 3. Means it's a plus number now. If I transpose to the side, it will become minus 3. So root 7 is equals to a, b is the LCM by 1. B is the LCM as such. So numerator as such 1. But I want the b. 1 into b, how many means I have to multiply b in the denominator as well as numerator. It will become 3b. Now, if you observe here, it is in the form of p by q. It is irrational number. So we can say that irrational is not equals to rational. Hence our assumption that 4 steps again mandatory. So this is the format. For example, the same question if he is giving like this, 3 minus root 7. 3 minus root 7 is equals to, I have to prove it as irrational. So how to do this? I will do it side by here. Since it is a minus number, previously it was a plus number, I transpose this. Since it is a minus number, let me transpose this to that side. So what it will become? 3 minus a by b is equals to root 7. Understand that careful, understand the difference carefully. So here the difference, the LCM is b. Here 1b times, so it will become 3b minus a by b is equals to root 7. Say again same steps. This is a rational number, it is in the form of p by q and it is a rational number. So that all 4 steps we have to continue. So this is the 4th type question. 5th type question. Prove that given root 5 is irrational. Okay. So in this type of question, he is saying that 3 plus 2 root 5. So let us assume 3 plus 2 root 5 is rational number. So definitely, if it is a rational number, it should be in the form of p by q, that is a by b we can take. But because all the questions we are maintaining unit now, let us maintain a by b. So let me transpose plus number, let it be this side. So a by b minus 3. So always remember that plus number means let it be, minus number means let us transpose to that side, and we can take in the previous question how we done. So 2 root 5. Here b is the LCM, write it as b, a minus 3b. So root 5 is equals to a minus 3b by, since it is a into number, see how we are going to pronounce this, 2 into root 5. This can be pronounced as 2 into root 5. So since it is a into number means it will go in division. So it will become by 2b. So last step what we are going to write? It is a irrational number, it is a rational number. Means irrational is not equal to rational. Why? Because why we are saying it is a irrational number? It is given the question also. See here, given root 5 is irrational. So directly we can write here irrational is not equal to rational. Therefore this leads to contradiction. Hence our assumption is wrong. Therefore 3 plus 2 root 5 is irrational number. So these are the major 5 types of questions which will be asked in the examination. So this is one of the important topics. Proving of the irrational number is one of the important topic, as it follows the same steps. For every question, some steps are very common. So practice these 5 types of questions. Okay. Next, let us see some important tips for finding that. Let us see some important tips for finding without division, without performing division. Without performing division, check whether it is terminating or non-terminating. Terminating or non-terminating. Means we will not do anything like division, we will perform, and by saying that we will see that whether it is terminating or non-terminating. So 3 important rules are there. That important rules are, for example, I will say in this manner, you will understand better. So this is one rule, this is second rule, this is the third rule. If in your denominator, if it is in the form of 2 power something, 2 power like 7, 2 power 5, 2 power 6, then we can say, means additionally you should not get anything else. Anything else you should not get. Then we can call it as a terminating decimal. This is one choice. Second choice is that in the denominator, if it is in the form of 5 power something, 5 power any number, 5 power 1, 5 power 2, 5 power 3, anything. So how we are going to get this 2 power something, 5 power something, how we are going to get this mean? Okay, I'll show you by an example. So make sure that if it is in the form of 2 power something, I will call it as a terminating. If it is in the form of 5 power m, I will call it as a terminating. If it is in the form of this combination also, means combination in the sense 2 power n into 5 power m also, I will call it as a terminating decimal. So very important, these 3 rules. If the denominator is expressed in the form of 2 power m or 5 power n, 2 power m into 5 power m, then I can call, in any of these 3 cases, if one case also there first, I can call directly it as a terminating. If it is not there, I will call it as a non-terminating. Non-terminating. Let us understand by taking a clear example. So 728 divided by 64. 728 divided by 64. So in the question, he will be giving like this question, and he will say that check without doing any division, say me whether it is a terminating or not. What is the meaning of terminating? Means while doing division, if we are getting remainder as 0, then we will call it as a terminating. if we are not getting the remainder as 0, we will call it as a non-terminating. Means the division does not end. It is a repeating decimal. Non-terminating, another name is repeating decimal. Now, he is not asking us to do division. So what we have to, we know only the denominator formats. So first perform the prime factorization of 64. Denominator prime factorization, that is 2 32s, 2 16s, 2 8s, 2 4s, 2 2s. So how many 2s we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 power 6 means 728 divided by 2 power 6. What is my rule? First rule. If denominator is in the form of 2 power something, directly say that it is a terminating. So directly I can say that therefore the above fraction is a terminating decimal. Okay. So this is one example. Let me take another example. Second, 10458 divided by 125. Same format. So we should not do any division. He is asking us terminating or non-terminating. So first perform the division of the denominator, that is 5, 2, 5, 5. So it is 5 power 3. So I can write 10458 by 5 power 3. 5 power 3. So since it is in the form of 5 power something, I can write it, I can call it as a terminating decimal. Why? Because second rule says that if the denominator is in the form of 5 power something, it is a terminating decimal. Next, let us see the third rule. Take an example. 841. 750. Let me take it. 750. Now let me perform the LCM of 750. So 5 ones, 5 50s. So 5 30s, 5 6, 2 3s. So what is the combination here? 5 power 3, 2 into 3. So let me write the denominator. 841 by 5 power 3 into 2 into 3. So look at here. Here in the denominator 5 combination is there, okay. 2 combination, 2 power something, if it is there also, okay. Now extra what number is there? 3. So directly we can say that it is a non-terminating decimal. But before saying it is a non-terminating decimal, first of all we need to check whether this 3 I can cancel with the numerator or not. I have to check. So 3. What is the divisibility rule of 3? I have to do the sum of the numbers. Sum of the numbers is there in 3 table, means it is divisible by 3. So 8 plus 4, 12. 12 plus 1, 13. 13 is not there in 3 table, so it is not at all cancelled by 3 table. So since it is not cancelling, 3 is there in down, I will call it as a non-terminating decimal. So now you are very clear with this. Because if it is in denominator is in the form of 2 power m, it is a terminating. 5 power m also terminating. Combination also terminating. But if anything extra came, then we will call it as a non-terminating after checking that if we are not getting cancelled. So this is one of the important topic. It will be asked in your MCQs. Case study questions also. Okay. Next, another question. After how many decimals it will terminate? Let me give a number. 72486 divided by 2 power 3 into 5 power 8. Okay. So means he has already done the prime factorization of the denominator. He got the number like this, 2 power 3 into 5 power 8. He already done the LCM and everything, and he has done. So after doing this, he is asking that how many decimals, means for example 3, 4, 6, 8. So it is terminated, no doubt. Why? Because division ended. So it is terminating after how many decimals? After 1 decimal it is terminated. Question is, we should not do any division, we will not do. Just based on the question, we have to say that after how many decimals it will terminate. It is one of the Important question for our 1 mark. So after how many decimals it is going to terminate means depending upon the highest power of the number, denominator number. So highest power is here 8. So it will terminate after 8 decimals. So answer is it will terminate after 8 decimals. Now, one more question. For example, here 5 is there. So first of all, we will clarity check that 3 and 8. So in among this 8 is the highest power, we'll write. But before to that, whether these 5 I can cancel for the numerator also I have to check. If it is cancelled means 5 power 7 it will become. Why? Because one time I cancel. Next time also I have to check, it will become 5 power 6. Next time also I have to cancel, it will become 5 power 5. If it is cancelled means I will keep on cancelling. If it is once it is stopped cancelling, for example, 248 divided by 2 power 7 into 5 power 3. Let me do this. So in this question blindly we should not say 7 is the answer. Why? Because it is going to terminate after 7 decimals. But first let me check whether my numerator is able to cancel with this. So yeah, it will cancel. So what it will become? 124 by 2 power 6 into 5 power 3. First step over. Again it will cancel in 2 table. So 262 by 2 power 5 into 5 power 3. 1, 2, third step. Next, again it will cancel. 31 by 2 power 4 into 5 power 3. Now it will not cancel with 2 table also, 5 table also. Now we have to stop. Now based on this we can decide that the answer is 4 because the highest power is 4. Important topic this one.